Hey, what's up, my people? How you doing? This is gonna be another one of my famous story times. Okay, and this particular story time is called "The Stranger." Now, you should feel privileged because I have never told anyone about this. Okay. Now, let me give you. Some people were asking me about my relationships, why I'm not in a relationships or may never even be in a relationship in the future. And let me give you a little background. Okay, I have to give you some background before I tell you the story and why I knew something was wrong. Okay, now, if you don't know me, my name is Dalton. This is my YouTube channel, Dalton My World. I ask you to give me a thumbs up. Okay, if you find this video or any of my videos helpful, entertaining, informative, you get the idea. Okay, now I am outside filming this, so therefore, if you get some outside noises, just letting you know ahead of time. All right, now here's the deal. About 2 years ago, a little bit over 2 years ago, I was in a relationship with someone. I wasn't dating them. In a sense, it was so deep and complex relationship, it was almost like I was. And this went on for about 2 years. And I was living in the state of Texas at that time. And I'm going to call this woman Miss L. Okay. Now, when I tell you this, I'm telling you this so you could be aware and understand. This person was a real live sociopath. Yes, with psychopathic tendencies. And how do I know this? Not because I read it online. It's because actually they were told this by their psychiatrist. So I didn't know this at the time. So you can imagine, most people think that I just up and left that relationship, but it took me a year to get out of the relationship. It just looked like it happened in a blink of an eye when it didn't. And I'm gonna warn you about sociopaths. They do not have emotions like you and I. And they are great actors and actresses. Most of them are gonna look extremely good, or they're gonna look like a stereotypical idea of a Chester molester sociopath. Overweight, greasy hair, not taking care of themselves. Okay? Now, but don't be deceived. There, you got some beautiful women out there that are. Okay? Because mental illness really could care less if you're attractive or not, if you're a man or a woman. Okay? Now I had to tell you about that, and you have to be aware of them because they usually know how to fake their emotions by the time they're in high school. Okay, so they could fit in. They also are great at, let's say, mirroring. Mirroring is a manipulative behavior, and basically what happens there is they'll mirror your breathing. They'll mirror things that you like. I'll give you an example. If you're really into psychics and all this sort of stuff, and you really have a desire, because they'll ask you a lot of questions, and you really have a desire to be different, they'll say something like, you're not like all the rest. Matter of fact, you have, like, you're part human, but I think you're part alien from another planet too. Oh yeah, and they'll make you believe it, because somewhere in your mind, your psyche, you want it to be different. And then they're going to give you what they feel that you want to get into good graces with you. Same thing as if you want to be rich, okay? Or you want to be super psychic. They're going to, oh yeah, you're super psychic. I can see that. and you have the potential to be a very rich person. Yeah, people underestimated you and underrated you, but you're gonna come on top and you're gonna be rich and famous and all this sort of stuff. Okay, because you want to hear it. But they did their homework before saying what they think it is you want to hear. Okay, and that's part of mirroring. That's mirroring, like put up a mirror in front of you. Okay, so I could go and make 1,000 videos about this stuff. But if you've been involved with someone that's narcissistic or sociopath or psychopath, once you've gotten out of that particular type of relationship, you know, you kind of marked for life. You can be better, you can get out of things, but you can see it. You can see the traits a mile away. Now, on to the story. Now you understand my background and some of the stuff I've been through in the past and the recent past, okay? And I don't know why a lot of times they end up being Tauruses. It could be any sign, but for me, it's end up being Tauruses with the psychopaths. But anyway, I was leaving Texas, and I was on my way up to here in Pennsylvania, and that's a 2-day drive. Okay, and sometimes you can park in these 24-hour, I guess these 24-hour gas stations along the way, or you can park in some of the sleep or the rest stations and take a nap. I pulled into this 24-hour gas station, and it started raining, and this guy, I started to fall asleep, and something said, "Don't go to sleep." And then all of a sudden, I didn't see anything around me, but the hair on my neck and my arms started to rise, like get ready for a fight. So I had some equipment on me. If you know me, I've had over 10 years of security in 5 different states. So I had some equipment on me, and I got my equipment ready, locked all doors. And this was during the day, so. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I see this Caucasian male. And the color doesn't mean anything. I'm just letting you know. He was Caucasian male. And it was raining, cats and dogs. And he was walking slowly by all the cars. And he looked at me in my eyes. And then my eyes met his. And I'm telling you, there was nothing behind his eyes. Okay? This guy had nothing behind his eyes. No emotions or anything. And he looked like he was kind of scruffy, big beard, uncombed hair. And he looked like a hunter, or a survivalist, something like that. And he started to walk towards my car. And I'm looking deep in his eyes, and I'm getting everything ready, and I knew, okay, this is going to be a fight for life. So as he's walking through my car, and when I say hunting, he's walking slowly by different cars, checking out everything. But then when my eyes met his, it was like time slowed down. We're looking dead in each other's eyes. And then all of a sudden, he begin to walk away from my car as I'm watching him. And he starts going by other cars, And if you went into a car, nobody would see him. It was raining that bad, so they wouldn't see him open the door and jump in or nothing. And this really did happen. And I don't know what it was in my eyes or around me that triggered him to make him not try to make me a victim. But he went on. And I can't help but to think in my mind, if he found someone else and did something bad to someone else. And nor can I help think in my mind exactly what did happen. with me? What was it about me, around me, that made him decide that I would not be an easy prey? See, when animals prey, they try to get things, a, a, a prey that's, is going to fulfill their needs, but they don't want to work that hard. If they think a prey is bigger than them or have a potential to be too much of a fight that they want to have to do, then they will seek another. All right, and that was my story time called The Stranger. And I hope I answered some questions about why I'm not in relationships. And I'll wrap to y'all later. I hope y'all have a great weekend. And whatever you do, beware. If you're a hitchhiker, like to get rides from people, think twice about getting a ride from someone that you truly do not know. All right, and I'll wrap to y'all later. This is Dalton. I'm signing out. Have a great, safe weekend. Peace.